Hello again everyone and welcome back to The Witcher 3. We are back here in the tower on Fyke Isle. And we have a little bit more investigating to do in here. So there's Divana Runestone. So we found out that they were testing on mice here.
Experimenting on humans.
Oh.
Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Ah, they weren't just experimenting on the mice, were they? No, they were not. Good fucking grief. Okay.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Oh, I think we can actually communicate with this one. No need to fear me.
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Major's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage of the Tower, who was he?
Mage who lived there. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave.
Right, what happened in the tower?
Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in.
Really?
He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all
Is that a suicide potion by any chance? What happened next?
What happened then?
Fear. Terrible fear. I feared the men who approached, but I also feared the potion, drinking it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors.
Catriona?
I was afraid.
Not gonna lie, judging by the laboratory, I think those rumors are probably accurate.
And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you, why?
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they harm you?
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned. That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark.
Really?
Only there were rats. Everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off.
Oh
yet.
god, that's what it was.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach. They tore me apart, and I could not even speak.
Oh god!
Have I not
I think being mauled to death by the peasants would have been a less horrible death. Oh my god, it's awful.
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different.
Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folks should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
Someone came in here and killed them.
Looked like a monster had attacked him recently.
Or something, yeah.
Anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
How can I help you? Let's try and get this lifted.
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives.
Oh, Graham is alive.
But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the isle.
Graham, tell me about him, yeah.
Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I?
Uh,
You must have misheard.
she's not being entirely truthful, is she?
I don't know anymore.
This curse ain't gonna get lifted if you're gonna lie to me.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Of course. Yeah, let me look around first.
Really hope I can help. Need to look around first.
Whatever for? Not in the tower, but bones and rats. Don't leave me with them again.
I'll come back for you. You can be sure.
Very well. But come back soon. Don't keep me waiting.
But don't, because clearly she's not being entirely truthful about everything. Right, so the Isle had been taunted since that day. Fisherman. Oh no, it's the same thing. We don't know anything more. Just want to see if there's any more notes from Alexander or anybody else in here.
Alone. All have left me.
Mage Alexander's Log Part 1. Right, here we go. My experiments continue to return results I must consider unreliable. Methodological errors are not at fault. The problem lies in the shoddy, fallible research material I am forced to work with. Despite his prior assurance, Viserat is unable to provide me with enough moderately healthy specimens for my tests. Most of the material is starved and terrified, having been dragged here straight from the dungeon. I waste a great deal of time daily washing and delousing them, for I will so much as let them step foot into my laboratory. Sterility first. As Marty Sodigan managed to prove in her little-known work, the attitude of a patient undergoing treatment can have a significant impact on the battle against the disease. Unfortunately, the volunteers with which I am supplied do not show sufficient comprehension, let alone enthusiasm, for the noble work in which they are taking part. In fact, it seems they consider the research part of their punishment. I've tried a few times, though I'm but a poor speaker, to convince them that they are contributing to the eradication of one of the greatest plagues tormenting mankind. I had the distinct impression they understood little, but perhaps their stupor was merely the result of the early stages of the illness. Of course, is it impossible to achieve success without significant sacrifices? The overwhelming majority of them will have to lay down their trifling lives on the altar of learning, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So this guy was a fucking nutcase, to be completely honest. Doesn't get
When will this nightmare end?
much worse than that. So he was experimenting on rats, he was experimenting on people with rats. Right, now this tower still goes up.
Alone. All have left me.
So what is in the top floor of this tower? Like, is this the top floor? Doesn't seem to be anything, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, looks pretty quiet up here. Oh!
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Yeah, as far as ways to die go, that's one of the worst. Okay. Let's go back downstairs then.
When will this nightmare end?
I don't think we can do much else right now other than just agree to converse with Anabelle. That's a fucking horrible noise, by the way. I do not want to hear that every time I initiate a conversation.
You promised not to leave me here.
Right, I'm not sure I trust you.
Really sad story, but something's not right. Got a feeling.
What is it?
You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
Got a feeling you might be lying.
I think you're lying. Question is, why? To protect the beast? Or is it that...
Stop! I will not hear this.
I can't help you. Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous. And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
They said witches are heartless beasts. Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Anabelle, listen.
You never wish to help me, and here I have someone who would finally take pity on me.
Oh, well then, this is interesting, isn't it? This is a... Oh, good God. There has been somewhat of an infestation here.
Damn it, gotta catch them.
Oh yeah, we need to Iridan them. We need to Iridan her. Oh shit, she's running away. Fucking Plague Maiden. Right, can we get any information on if we can get anything to beat her, potentially? Plague Maidens. Patients seem to have hallucinations of a woman covered in scabs and boils with rats scurrying about all around her. These ravings subsided after administration of henbane and poppy extract. When plague ravages a region, a spirit will sometimes walk its lands, a ghost resembling an ill woman whose flesh rots off her bones and in whose wake crawls a cavalcade of rats. No one knows whether the spirit brings the pox with her or is merely drawn to it like a moth to a light. Yet it is certain that she delights in dealing pain and suffering, and hearing the howling and moaning of men. Many have called into question the very existence of Plague Maidens, or Peste as they are sometimes called. Only 2 sightings of such a creature have ever been recorded, both during times of a raging epidemic. As the name Plague Maiden suggests, these races take the appearance of females, though exactly why that is remains a mystery. Some speculate they, like other such spectres, arise from the powerful emotional charge associated with certain circumstances of death, such as death preceded by a long and particularly painful illness. Not much is known about how to fight a Plague Maiden, though one can assume they possess many traits in common with other phantoms and wraiths. They undoubtedly pose a great danger, though a witch's immunity should at least prevent him from catching the contagious illnesses they carry. So Spectre Oil and an Iridan, obviously, is what we need to try and defeat her. Can we make a Spectre Oil? we have missing items. We need Arenaria. Shit. Okay, that's fine. Right, we'll keep chasing the Plague Maiden. I mean, apparently I don't have to fight her at the moment, so that's nice. Also, we got an entry, didn't we? Anabelle. Geralt encountered this young woman's ghost in the uppermost room in the haunted tower on Fyke Isle. She told him that in life she had been the local lord's daughter. When enraged peasants stormed the tower, she feared they would ravage her honor if they found her alive, and so took a magic potion that put her in a corpse-like state of paralysis. When she awoke, she found herself lying amidst the bodies of her family and servants, unable to move. She watched in helpless horror as the rats feasted on the pile of corpses and began to nibble on her as well. This grisly death must have somehow put a curse on her in the tower, for a ghost had wandered it in restless torment ever since. Geralt engaged his vast experience with such curses to search for a possible solution. Having learned that Anabelle had loved a simple fisherman named Graham, Geralt decided this man and the bond of true love the two youths shared could be their salvation. Perhaps there was something in the girl's words that had put Geralt on his guard, or perhaps his witcher instinct simply warned him in time. Either way, Geralt knew what he was dealing with a literal second before Anabelle revealed her true nature. The spirit was in fact a pester, a plague maiden, a terrible wraith which spreads death and pestilence. So this was never Anabelle, was it? Graham. So, Graham was a simple fisherman from an even simpler village, Oriton, yet the role he had played in local events was anything but. Fyke Isle, the tower, the curse, he had been a key part of it all. Geralt had learned from Anabelle about the deep feelings the two had shared, but the rest of their tragic story only emerged later. Exactly how the young man had participated in the incident in the tower remained rather unclear. What was certain was that he tried to defend his beloved and fled Fyke Isle right after what he thought was her death. So he didn't leave her there on purpose, did he? Like, that was never a thing. Seriously, by the way, where the hell is this Plague Maiden going? I mean, if she wants to fight outside, I'll be more than happy to. Okay. Here we. Oh, she's gonna. Oh, Jesus wept. Let's.
What was that? It sounded for a moment like you joined the race yourself.
Had to fight a pester.
A pester?
Jesus Christ.
And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit. Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Oriton, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
Right. Oh, there's a dead body here.
Wonder what led them here. Hunger or greed?
Bit of both, probably. Oh, an area. So now we can make some Spectre oil if we want it. This place is a mess. At least we found her true nature. At least, like that's the one positive, isn't it? Like we managed to discover her true identity before we led Graham here to her grisly death. To his grisly death, sorry. It does not get much worse than this, honestly. Ugh. The whole situation is just a mess. So there was a fucking enemy here. I'm not going crazy. Right, we'll leave that rock fiend to die. Okay, let's get on our boat. Because we need to go and find Graham. And find out how on earth we can lift this curse. Because, I mean, yeah, obviously there is no... There's no clear way to end it using only our means. We need some help. As Anabelle was not to be trusted, very clearly. Saying, oh, yeah, there's no monster, yeah, whatever, yeah, this and that. She just tries to take advantage of anyone who comes here, basically, is what the situation is. Right, so let's get Dr. Oriton. The boat is damaged. What? Oh, we just hit the shore. That's fine. We're all good. Right, Graham.
Why you been following me?
What did you want from Graham?
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him. Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Talks to no soul.
I wonder why.
Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon.
Okay, let's see if we can get through to Graham.
Freak of nature. Ouch. Pick more interesting things from my nose.
Okay, be a dick then. Right, Graham. Can you come outside,
I
please?
wanna talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
Been to Fyke Isle.
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Hear about
I
Anabelle.
want to talk to you about Anabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
You loved Anabelle?
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Anabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Anabelle, they wanted to rape.
Oh.
'Twas then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
What exactly did you say?
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be
Ah, that might explain it.
She took the poison because of them.
Yeah, it wasn't poison she
It
took.
wasn't poison. Anabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she...
Oh no, she's still dead. I'm very sorry.
To a ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
God, the guy's already down in the dumps.
She was alive the whole time, but... Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. Yeah.
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
Exactly.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count.
You can still help Anabelle. Yeah.
Anabelle needs you. You can help her.
She's still there. In the tower. Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though.
Oh, so she was Anabelle, so it wasn't a masquerade. Okay.
Pester? What's that?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Got to know I'm willing.
Right, Anabelle thinks you've abandoned her.
Anabelle thinks you abandoned her.
God, she hates me. And all this time she's thought I abandoned her.
Yes, go to the tower, talk to her. Maybe you can convince her that's not how it was.
I thought she died. I'd never left her there otherwise.
At least we know she is the pester, though, so we're not going to get any nasty surprises, like, unless if we just came straight here and took him to her. That would have been a horrible revelation.
A curse has imprisoned Anabelle and the other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its power, free her and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one condition. That it's a kiss from someone whose love is true.
I told you. I said I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
Of course. I'm no coward. I'll not run this time.
Good on you, Graham. Let's go now.
Nothing. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Let's go to the tower.
Ah, so we're already here now. Fantastic. So what else have we got on Graham before we end the episode here? Graham filled Geralt in on the rest of the story, one in which youthful longing for happiness lost out to fate's cruelties and human greed. Having learned there was a slim chance he could save his beloved's ghost, the fisherman set out at once to help the witch to lift the curse weighing down the isle. Okay, so in the next episode we will take Graham up to the tower and see if we can help Anabelle and lift the curse in this, well, yeah, cursed island. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you all have enjoyed. If you have, then please do like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I shall catch you all in the next episode of The Witcher 3. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.